Hi there, magicians. It's your Ma High Priest. Just checking in on some energies for a collective reading as I was doing a pre-shuffle. I did get the Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of fiery energy. The moon does dip into Sagittarius after the very deep and psychological Scorpio moon over the weekend. So as we start the week ahead, you may be getting a kickstart in terms of energy. The message that I'm receiving is to keep your determination. You are very strong-willed, and even though it may not have shown recently, you come with a humor that allows you to carry so much weight and carry through a lot. You've been through a lot. There's a lot of resilience in you. You are a rush of energy. You are a director of creative energy and creative force. This is not a time for you to give up. You may have gotten to this point due to your hard work and your ability to really hone in on your skills and continue to develop your skills. And you're still getting through a lot by furthering the development of your skills. You may have recently even decided that you want to go back to school, or that you need to go back to school, or that you need to crack open some books, or that you need to get recertified or certified, or you need to, if you're thinking about it, it's due time. Go ahead and do it. But what's really going to get you across the finish line, and you are so close to the finish line, it's almost like you're already there because you're getting so much recognition. You yourself may not be in self-acceptance, but that's okay. Your determination is needed now. That's at the forefront of this energetic pool. For you to get across the finish line, you will need more than just your refined skill set. You will need to stay determined. You are so close to getting across the finish line and receiving the recognition and the rewards for all of your efforts. Let's get this show on the road. High priests and high priestesses, magicians, kings and queens. This is your highest court, and I am your gesture with the message from Spirit. Let's get it poppin', eh? Oh my gosh, I ate a lot of cookies last week. So please don't look at my face. Very nice, y'all. Oh, excuse me. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm using Orien's Animal Tarot. It does allude to a lot of sun, light, fire energy, and I was getting that a lot earlier. Two very different messages, but this deck does allude a lot to the sunrise, and I just feel that I have to say that you realize that to you had to kind of step into a go with the flow attitude and behavior that allowed you to realize that you are in need of just a little bit of refilling your cup. You give a lot, and there was a need to meditate, and that may have just involved you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture, align yourself with a higher source, or not necessarily in that state of mind, but just give yourself some time to breathe, some room to breathe, clear out some energies, clear out the home. You've been involved in a very determined but flowing type of energy. This is a beautiful card here with the star coming from the feeling of being trapped, but then releasing yourself from this entrapment through just doing that, like a lot of deciding that you are free. Something changed in your passion. There's a lot of passion in you, and you were directing it somewhere, and you shifted in a different direction, not oppositional, but in a different direction. And that allowed you to open up a flowing type of energy. You know, a lot of the reasons why that may have happened is because you felt like people were against you in a way. You maybe thought like energies and forces were against you, or you just couldn't get through to anything or anyone. You felt that sort of defeat in attempting to keep your stance. Once you did allow the flow, this newer energy came through. It wasn't like the prettiest, cutest energy. It just was what allowed you to pick up into a different flow and a different way of just carrying yourself, not losing hindsight. You come with these really amazing character qualities of being discerning and not taking people's, you know what. You're also very determined. You have probably been in development of a strategic plan to continue to further your experience or your career or your path when it comes to building your wealth or just getting money. You are very cutthroat in that arena, but you also, because you know the skills that you possess, you're truly like capable beyond a lot of other people. But you're still in that. Your mind is beyond a lot of folks, but the reality is there's still proof for you to establish in others' eyes. That's neither good or bad. It is what it is in your reality, and once you kind of release the resistance to that, which it shows me that you have, you've recalibrated, and you are still very like skilled. You haven't lost anything. In actuality, you've gained more. The Queen of Swords shows up twice. Gosh, gosh, the Queen of Swords is amazing, isn't she? I have to show you the star once again. And another major arcana that is coming through is Emperor. Spirit, this is a message from Spirit when it comes to this higher level message. In a non-3D sort of way. Spirit recognizes your royalty, your exquisite power, your refined force, your power is big. Look at this. Gosh, I'm in love with this deck. This is the Emperor. Okay, but like your Spirit is like, okay, like you better chill. Don't be a tyrant. Don't become that intense force that like topples and stampedes through the fields of the growing, abundant. Don't stampede through your fields that you've tilled and where you have planted all your seeds. The field is vast. Your risk is that you will become so enraged if you lose your determination to get through this timing. You are at risk of ruining your manifestation and your abundance. So like that is the main warning or just message from Spirit, is to align yourself with more self-governance and self-control. Okay, because again, we do have strength showing up in reverse next to the Hierophant. And so if you didn't want to hear a message from Spirit, then the tarot is doubling the message. You got to have like self-control. You got to tame your fire. You got to tame your will. Be directed, direct your will and your intelligence. You are so freaking intelligent. Like I'm not even, my mind is like, there's just an incredible amount of knowledge that you possess, and it just has to match with experience somehow. And I think that's why the message in the initial shuffle was for you to, yes, go ahead and get yourself into some sort of schooling, whatever it is, or perhaps you're already in that arena where you're like getting the next level up that will I have to say, like, sometime, like, okay, when you go to school and you graduate, like, you don't, like, you still start off at the bottom. But, like, this is not related to that. It's like you're already in the game, you're already in the field. You just have to, this is a bump up and a notch up and a leveling up, because you come with experience already. This will then allow you to get to your next step in the career that you are already in, or the job that you're already in. So it's not like you're just coming out of your first degree or first certification. Like you are doing this to show a culmination of experience and efforts. It's the way of the world, right? Like sometimes we have to get the next certificate on a plaque and put it on the freaking wall so people can be like, you're so distinguished. Anyway, this is the your result is fulfillment. Stick with God. Stick with God. Young buckaroo, stick with God. Stick with God. Lean more into the process of being determined and knowing that it'll bring emotional fulfillment. It'll bring a whole refresh for you. Once you kind of go through this process and get through it. Again, what's holding you back is like you're pissed off at the past. Like, yeah, like people have hurt you. And there's not so much like nostalgia. It's just like looking back at the past. The way that you will overcome this feeling and this mood is by allowing the forgiveness. I would check out the earlier message or one of the Supreme Heaven videos. The last one that I may have posted has the message of soul retrieval and soul healing, and it's specifically about a conscious effort of soul healing, which involves forgiveness for yourself and forgiveness for others, regardless of whether they consciously or unconsciously hurt you. And that it may be harder if you like come from the school of thought that some people like actually were determined to hurt you. It's time for you to like move on and not stay stuck in that energy of holding on to that pain and that hurt, because it is muddling your brain and it is not allowing you to clearly get through this, and it's going to bog your determination down. And that's what you need. That's what we started the message with. Like, you have to stay in your self-control and your directed will of pure determination to get through whatever process you're in, to show that you're leveling up. The past needs to be left in the past, and a way that you can resolve that is through forgiveness, and just allow yourself to clear away all that muck, because it's like really bogging your brain down. Like it's hurting your brain. And I know that you're worried about your budget and how much reserves you have as far as like your financial status. So like just know that this is a learning experience for you, and you should be more reserved with your spending. But this is a very big learning experience, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Pentacles, and that means that you will receive your what's due to you, and Spirit will then remind you to give back. So maybe there's a dual message there where you can ask for help, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that, of asking for some help. You just still have to stay within your means and your budget. And as your flow comes in, like, wow, okay, like it's the Four of Wands. Look at this. God. How beautiful is that? Y'all, but like, okay, again, you're both in that energy field of not like realizing or like thinking you're like alone in this, and like you're being left out, but you're not, okay. You might be going through this very much by yourself and alone, but remember, Spirit is there. Remember, you can ask for some help. Like there are some people around you that can help you. On the other hand, just let go of the past pain, because once you, like, that is what's causing you to not want to reach out. Okay, like, it's causing you to feel shame in reaching out for help. It's causing you to, like, stay upset and, like, not just simply ask for some help. Just shed that away. Shed the you're getting through it. You're getting through it, and you look good doing it. You're fine and you're divine, okay? Don't feel scared to ask for help from spirit. There is celebration up ahead. It may be some time till you get there, but you will get there. Just give it a little bit of time. I'm just going to pull one more from the Archangel, Angel Tarot. And then I gotta run. Archangels, what message can we top it off with for these beautiful, handsome, divine beings who are very much dedicated to their craft and just need to stay determined, right? They just need to release all that muck. Stay very highly determined. We're just gonna and we have the King of Swords. See how close you are? Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. I said what I said. You will get through all of this. Just stay determined. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. Talk to Archangel Michael before you call people around you or someone around you for help. Talk to Archangel Michael. I'm serious about that. They'll give you the confidence boost that you're lacking. They'll help you release some of that shame. The angel sent you this card because you've happily completed something of great importance. They're now ready to move. You're now ready. They're congratulating you on a job well done. You're now ready to move on to something new. Enjoy your feelings of wholeness and completion, and give yourself a pat on the back for your amazing accomplishments. You've grown spiritually and have evolved to a whole new level in your understanding of the universe. You've experienced significant enlightenment and have expanded your consciousness of how to attain joy and contentment. You feel a great sense of gratitude, perfection, a move to the next level, receiving an award, a new house or job, complete clarity, cosmic awareness. Recognition for the use of your talents, freedom. Archangel Michael oversees your divine life purpose, and he knows what roles your soul has been born to fulfill. Call upon Michael for guidance as to your next steps and for courage, strength, and confidence to take them. All right, yeah. You're lacking a little bit of courage. And that's causing you to act out of control. You are being asked for that self-control amongst the people. All right, y'all. Keep it light, keep it tight. These are beautiful cards. The star. Like Archangel Michael is acknowledging all of that. Keep it light, keep it tight. You're my high priestess out. I got to go. Gots to go work it out.